Reluctantly, you find your way back to the mines. All three of you are assigned to the same tunnel section today. I don't want to say I'm outworking both of you today, but if they start carving statues of heroes, I'll need you to pick my best side. You don't have a best side, they are all equally unbearable. I think that Robin has done a bit more than you today, sorry. A few rocks tumble from the ceiling as you hit the stone. Huh? Well, betrayed. By my own people, like in there, it was probably not a huh. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, they put like huh, but I don't think it was a huh they wanted to say. So there's like an issue in here with the actual sounds that they want to put in there. I do think so. He clutches his chest. This is how legends fall. And I'm not saying that in comics you do not have these type of sounds. That's why I'm like saying that I do think they put the whole script based on a storyboard. It's not that when you are reading comics you do not have this type of sounds for certain sounds. What I'm saying is when it's a narrative, like a novel, a narrative, they are not exactly the same. You need to put them in another way. You are not a legend, Ari. You're a cautionary tale. Don't bet against the guards. Don't try to fight the wolves barehanded, and don't listen to Ari's escape plans. Ari holds a pile of stone onto a cart. Okay, first of all, the wolf incident was was a one-time thing, and technically I survived. Barely. You still limp when it storms. Like, I think you wanted to put it more like, adds to my charm. He sends you a wink. You roll your eyes. Nala chuckles. Idiot. These little moments make the whole thing just a little more bearable. Even though you'd rather get buried alive than admit it out loud. You're right. Watch out. The tunnel starts to shake. Oh my god. Dust and debris fall from above. Robin. Ah. The ceiling gives in. Shit. You jump to the side. Silence. What just happened? You try to open your eyes. They already are. Shit. Like, did you understand in there? You try to open your eyes and they are already open. Meaning, you even thought they were closed because everything is black. Do you understand? So you thought, oh, maybe I haven't opened my eyes. No, you did. It's just that everything was black. Feeling the stone around, you managed to stand up. Ari, Nala. But this is what I was telling you about. Like, it feels like the script is written for a real visual thing, like in a manga. I would say more like in a manga, where you are really seeing each tiny little scene kind of thing. Is this death? A faint blow of air disrupts your thought, barely noticeable. If your other senses weren't depraved, you would probably miss the stimulus. It seems to be coming from a small opening in the rubble. As you inspect it, something catches in the corner of your eye now that it's adjusted to the darkness. A low, warm glow. It's coming from the opposite side. Another opening? It's not stable. Robin! What was that? Am I hearing things? Robin. The voices seem to echo from a third direction right behind you. I need to decide fast. Okay. I chose one in here that didn't give me a bad ending, so I'm going to keep the one I chose the other time, because I started thinking and I was like, I think it's better if we dig for the air. This feels like the smart choice. With no time to waste, you lunge towards the air opening. It must lead somewhere less deadly. You gather all the strength that's left in you to break through. Rocks and debris fly left and right as you push forward. Almost there. Your nails are bleeding, your back is on fire, adrenaline keeps you going. There. As the wave approaches, you dive into the now enlarged opening, pushing through the final rubble. Did I make it? Robin. Nala runs towards you. You're actually not dead. Ari beats her to you with an impossible leap, locking you in a squeeze more suffocating than the collapsed tunnel behind you. He's crying. I thought you were gone for good. I might be soon. We were so worried. I've survived worse. Is that even a good thing? Doesn't matter. Right now it feels good to be alive. The shaking seems to have stabilized. That one was close, though. Another peerless danger conquered. They should write books about us, or at least a news story. First, the local potato league heroically refuses to die in a mine collapse. Celebrations later, we're still trapped. Right. We've looked around here and... there. She points towards something with way too much excitement. Cloth scraps, marks. And there is more deeper in the cave. I think this is it. The old rebellion tunnels, we found it. Huh? Wouldn't that be convenient? Sparks shine in Nala's eyes as if they were stars themselves. Yeah, that too, but also... He walks towards a pile of debris. These rocks are loose, probably freshly fallen from the collapse. I bet we could dig through. Plus, if you press your ear against it, you can hear some voices. Maybe, possibly. Don't quote me on that. But we should also check deeper in the cave. This might lead somewhere. She clutches a torn scarf, inspecting it carefully. You glance at the cave ceiling. The shaking could return at any time. Yeah, so that's why I started thinking, and I was like, you kind of feel like if they are close to the other tunnels, maybe we should, continue. But at the same time, if the situation is like so precarious and dangerous, maybe we should just go to where the voices are coming from, and actually just go back, So I decided to stay and dig with Ari. These rocks look promising. We shouldn't waste time. I guess we could. I'll be quick. Split up. Yelp. Better get started. Let's make it a competition. No. Scared of losing, huh? He springs straight into the rock pile. They'll call me God of the Stone after this. See again, it's a sigh. You reluctantly join him in his quest. Time passes. You've dug for a while. See, like, this huff huff is more the panting type, more than the like. Keep up, partner. You are lagging behind on the leaderboard. This is endless. I don't know which. Sorry, because sometimes the text just you click and they just added something in there. This is endless. We'll never wrong. Nothing's impossible if you put your mind to it. All with me now. 1, 2, 3, rock. 1, 2, 3, rock. Shit. We're fine. This is... Okay, no, this is bad. 1, 2, 3, rock. 1, 2, 3, just keep digging. We are breaking through. Where the hell is Nala? Robin! Nala, hurry up! Now! See, I don't know, because I didn't pick it the other time, but maybe if I went with Nala, maybe we had gotten a bad ending in there, you know, because she went the deeper way. Oi, someone's there. Get him out before the shite tunnel jiggles again. They dead, no? Nah, not that lucky today. Fucking rats, I swear they die harder than cockroaches. A few hours later. Pain splits your skull like it's about to explode. So today was a bit extreme. Every inch of your body screams like it was burned alive. Skin, muscles, bones. Ari's bandaging is everything. Well, it's everything or it's everywhere. I don't know. I think the idea was to say everywhere. Ari's bandaging is everything or is like everywhere. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Well, that's one way to get time off, I guess. Miraculously, you not just survived, but suffered only minor injuries. Nala hugs her notebook, gaze fixed on the ground. Oh, now, the freaking word came to me, napping. Remember that I was like, it's just a little sleep, and I was like, what is the name? It's just right here, and it was not, it was napping that I wanted to say. Oh my god, it's like, my head. Barely a word has left her lips since waking up. She's taken away more psychic damage than physical. I wonder which is worse. But her suspicions did come true, in a way. I really thought those people, they really believed and what? They are dead. Like, you almost died trying to find them. Yeah, see, like, if I had chosen that one of going with Nala, we probably had gotten like a bad ending in there. Robin. What? Just saying how it is. No way to sugarcoat it. Or we think about it this way. There were people here who actually had the guts to try. Maybe it doesn't always work out, but it keeps us going. I love this kind of optimistic type of person, and he's very playful, so I kind of like him. Humanity would have never moved out of the caves if someone hadn't gone, hey guys, what if we try not living next to the bears? Yeah, and look at us now, back to the caves. What a beautiful cycle of life. A temporary setback. Like tripping on a rock while heroically running towards your destiny. You still get there eventually, maybe with a slightly bruised nose, an ego in some cases, But I know for certain we'll find a way out. And once we do, you'll feel really silly for not having a bulletproof career plan. A career plan. Yep. Very important in today's competitive apocalypse. I, for one, will become a ship captain. Oh. Step 1. Acquire a ship. Step 2. Learn sailing. Step 3. Avoid getting seasick. So first you got the ship. Then you try to understand if you get seasick or not. Okay. Step 0. Escape prison. Yeah, I'll polish the details later. Then, after a life of grand adventures, I'll retire in a cozy little village and open my own cakery. Ari's Sweet Dreams, the best pies in town. You really thought this through? Of course. Survival is temporary. Branding is forever. Would you make strawberry muffins too? My mom used to make them. I wish I could feel that taste one more time. Absolutely. There is no dessert you wouldn't find at Ari's Sweet Dreams. Please rethink that name. What dessert would you get, Robin? Yeah, I'll get the saffron ice cream. No way, that's my no way, that's my favorite. I bet if I had chosen another, he would say it was his favorite too. Make sure you keep it on the menu then. You bet. You know, I heard stories about a place where humans live free, no vampire or whips in sight. I think that's the best place for my shop. And where is that exactly? Well, I'll figure it out when adventuring, obviously. Step 4 of the plan. Accidentally discover paradise. Of course, my bad. Yeah, keep up. Do you think it's true that there could be a faraway haven for us like that? Nala's eyes brighten. Nala is he's I don't know, he's like the optimistic troublemaker. Nala she's just like this innocent, naive, fragile type of girl, you know? It's just a story, Nala. Then I could open a shop there too, or maybe, oh, I know, an orchard, so I can supply your cakery with fresh fruits. She's gone. Haha, that's the spirit, vertical integration. We'll dominate the desert industry and crush the competition. Oh well, maybe let's not crush anybody. You can't help the smile from breaking through. Right. We'll dominate the desert industry politely. You know, because as I was saying, the script is actually funny, you see, like you are saying it's actually funny. But I do think the game, that's why I was kind of like reluctant, like thinking like maybe I should wait for another demo, you know, when they advance a bit more into the game. Because I still feel like it's probably very recent and they still need to polish a lot of things. And yeah, I really feel about like the transitions and certain aspects like in here in terms of like describing the sounds and all of it. But as you can see, the text, you know, the script is actually pretty funny, and it's pretty okay. A sudden jolt tears you out of a shallow slumber. Sweat clings to your skin, lungs burning as if you've been running. Another nightmare. See, she was like panting again. You find little comfort in the night's fall event lately. Nightmares at day and nightmares at night. Give me a break. You must have slept for many hours after the mine collapse. You are wide awake now. You look around. The camp breathes in low, heavy rhythms, exhausted bodies recovering for another day of labor. Her bed is empty again. A hammock sways ever so slightly as if it had only recently been vacated. Nala's always been in love with the stars. It is not unusual for her to disappear into the night. She's probably writing corny poems under the moon. Or howling to it, who knows, really? What does she do when she disappears like that? It's late, even for her. I'm sure she's fine. Well, I can't sleep anyway. You drop quietly from your hammock. The floor is cold beneath your feet. Curiosity? Worry? Restlessness? Just boredom? Whatever pushes you forward, you soon find yourself in the hallway, somewhere you are definitely not supposed to be. The corridor stretches along and hollow, torches burn low, their flames whispering against stone. They are a handful of guards outside, fewer than usual. Shouldn't they staff these halls better? You move between the shadows with practiced precision. There are only a few routes she could have taken. The main entrance heavily guarded. The hideout reachable through the old passage. The deeper tunnels darker, quieter. Where to now? Just give me a minute because I need to sip a bit of water. So since we didn't went with Nala the other time, let's go to her this time. Just go deeper into the tunnels. She likes sky and stars and stuff. She wouldn't go deeper into the tunnels. Would she? As you hesitate, a distant noise stands out into the silence, barely noticeable, yet distinctive enough to not be confused with cave bats. Instinctively, you start following. You slip through a narrow fracture in the rock and step into a miracle. Moonlight spills from a crack in the cavern ceiling, silver and sacred. White flowers bloom along the stone walls, nestle into the carved crevices. Dozens of them, maybe hundreds. Fragile petals glow faintly in the dark. Your eyes glide across the room, taking in each and every atmosphere. So many. The air smells clean, soft, alive. A secret garden hidden beneath all the stone and suffering. Is this even real? Then your gaze finds her. Nala kneels with her back to you, carefully tending to one of the blossoms. Is this what she's been up to? Does anybody else know? The sudden onset of the coughing fit makes you flinch, and a few pebbles shift around. Nala jumps suddenly, trying to cover up the blood. Yeah, you already noticed that she's coughing a lot, and maybe she might have some kind of oh my god, like I want to say the words and they're just not coming. Tuberculosis, that's what god, it's like they are like at the tip of my tongue and they are not coming. Do you understand? It's like I'm like that today. Yeah, I already noticed. I do think she might have some kind of like probably like having like tuberculosis or something. And I mean, because they are working in a type of environment that is really bad for them, you know, people that work in mines, even nowadays, it's a very dangerous type of job. What do you even say to that? What is there to say? For a moment, you stare at each other in silence, until it becomes uneasy enough to look away. Everwhites line the walls, each one planted in its own hollow. In places where no flower grows, small stones are stacked carefully. Are those plant graves? You walk towards one of the blossoms and cautiously lift its crown. They are beautiful. Dangerous. If they found out about this, she's kind of reckless, you know. I kind of understand, but she's kind of reckless by doing this. A perilous paradise. You move slowly along the wall, fingertips grazing rough stone. Because she's very fragile. I mean, she probably even has tuberculosis, and you know, I know how it is because tuberculosis runs in my family. Yeah, even nowadays, it is true. Yeah. So, yeah, we need to get tested every year because of that, because it runs deep. And let me tell you, you have a cure nowadays. So, yeah, I have some people in family that passed by that. And your body gets really fragile. So she has a fragile condition, and she's doing something that is very reckless in here, do you understand? Because she might be putting herself, imagine that she's just going to get whipped or something. I mean, she's already very fragile, you know. Thank you, Robin. The silence breaks at last. For yesterday with Bran, I never thanked you for that. You need to stand up for yourself, Nala. I won't always be there to fight off the jerks. I know, but you always do. Besides, I'm not strong like you are. A spiraling fit fills the room with the sound of decay. How long? A while. And you didn't think to tell me. What good would it do? It's not like you can punch the sickness out of me, and you're not exactly the comforting type. Silence again, it's almost suffocating. You should have told me still. I didn't want you to look at me like you're looking right now. I didn't want to add you worries. You take a long breath and sit next to her. What is it? The words come out flat, as if forced not to let something slip out. I'm not sure. Her eyes drift away, her hands squeeze together. I think it might be the dust from the mines or just a long cold. She doesn't look you in the eye. Is it? The stars above flicker faintly through the cracks in the ceiling. You stare at the white flowers, delicate, defiant, growing where nothing should. You idiot. A sudden noise disrupts your sleep. What? The air feels wrong. You look around. The room is empty. Shit. You went to bed so late last night, you overslept. You jolt out of the hammock, heart slamming against your ribs. You barely pull yourself together when a guard storms into the quarters. He stops dead in his tracks when he sees you. You... Eyes darting around nervously, he seems to be waging an internal battle. You shouldn't be here. Everyone's supposed to have gathered at the selection site by now. Then what are you doing in here, sir? His voice is tinged with unusual urgency, like kinda makes you think, what did he went there to do? knowing that everyone was supposed to be on the other side. What? For the hunt, the choosing in the Eastern Hall, why aren't you there? I overslept. Oh, okay. Just go now, please, hurry up. It's like he's trying to do something in there while no one is around. It doesn't seem like that. Okay. Is everything all... Go, leave, now. He shoos you out. There is no time to ponder. You rush towards the selection place. Waves of heat and ache pulsate through your body. The impact of yesterday is still fresh. No time for that. You try to sneak in. Oi! The captain notices you immediately. Look who decided to grace us with her presence. As if I had a choice. The entire camp seems to be crammed in here. Too many bodies, too little air. Head kept low, you weave through the crowd and take a seat beside Ari and Nala. Ain't now that we're all here? She's smiling way too much. You've never seen her like this, so openly delighted, almost giddly, like a child about to unwrap a present. As you all know, we've got ourselves a fun little game coming up. An uneasy tension hangs thick in the air. No one dares look up, heads bowed, backs hunched. Today, some of you all will be granted an opportunity, a chance. She drags the words out, savoring them. Her eyes roam the room, lingering on faces, all fixed on the ground, desperate not to be seen. Time stretches and collapses all at once. So I expect gratitude, pride. You are gonna welcome it. Her smile vanishes. Disobedience will not be tolerated. Let's go on with it, shall we? You feel a squeeze on your hand. Looking to your left, Ari's leg is bouncing uncontrollably. Oh my god. To the right, there is Nala trying to look even smaller than usual. The captain suddenly shouts. Lynn. The room somehow grows even quieter. Don't be shy, love. She beckons casually, like calling a pet. A slave slowly rises and walks to the center of the room, every step heavy, like a march to the gallows. Gale! No, 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 no! The scream shatters the stillness. Guards rush in, grabbing him as he thrashes and kicks. Metal snaps shut around his wrist. He's dragged away, sobbing and screaming. No, no, no! His voice fractures, bouncing between hysterical screams and manic repetition. The captain continues to yell out names with long intentional pauses in between. She's enjoying this way too much. Pause. She takes a slow, deliberate breath. Bran. Unlike the others, he laughs, high-fives a buddy, and simply leans back, smug as ever. That bastard. What's his deal? Celine. Name after name echo through the space for what seems like an eternity. How many are there going to be? Despite the nerves, you can't push that one thought away. The one that's stuck with you ever since learning about the hunt. I've been here for an eternity. This could be my chance. What if my long opportunity slips away? Your heartbeat roars in your ears, or perhaps it's Ari's. You glance over. He's barely holding it together now. He catches your look and replies with a concerned head shake as if he knew exactly what you were thinking. Remember that we promised? You remember the promise you made. You stay quiet. The hunt is not freedom, it's just faster death. Your body would turn cold before even leaking the liberation you yearned for so desperately. There has to be another way, anyway. The adrenaline drops, the world starts to spin, your vision blurs. Was it the right choice? Then, Nala. Disbelief hits you both at the same time. Ha! What? No. Your chest fills up with unspoken dread, your ears ring with the echo of Nala's name. Wait, she can't... What's the matter, Ginger? Wanna join your friend? That's okay. A sinister grin creeps onto her face. You can both go. Happy? Time stops as the captain's words worm their way into your mind. You can hear the panic spike through Nala's breaths, face turning pale. No different than your own. I ain't. The nominations are over. The tea party's done. Tomorrow we write for the formal inspection. All of you call out today. Be standing ready before dawn. Now back to work, and if I see anyone try anything funny... She drags her thumb across her throat. I'll deal with you worse than any vampire. The crowd disperses hesitantly. Relief, shock, and anguish are omnipresent. Some cry, others fall to the ground and thank the gods. Some just stand there motionless. The guards drag the screaming man from earlier outside and throw him to the ground. The lash comes down. Again. Again. One of the guards turns his head away. Nala would usually rush forward to help afterwards. She always does. Not today. She stands frozen, her gaze stretching far beyond the horizon. No one says a word. I don't want to be like the person that doesn't care. I don't want to be sad either. I don't want to be furious, but I would prefer to be furious about it. Your fists clench. They had to do this. Of course they did. Those bastards. You don't face them. You shouldn't. Instead, you start walking towards your next task and whatever answers luck might still allow. You don't look back. You couldn't. You glare at each other. As a punishment for earlier, you've been chained together at the ankles in order to haul some of the heaviest carts using combined strength. Tension lingers in the air, emotions still raw from the selection. I mean, this is kind of wrong, right? If they are the ones that are going to get picked up for the selection, they should be the ones that would do less of the work so they would be fresh for when they are presented for the hunt. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, that's just bad policy, you know? You're like, okay, so now you don't work, so you get fresh for when the hunt starts. The vampires are going to like the conditions that you are because you're not tired. You're kind of looking okay to please them, you know? So this like, it makes you feel like, what? And they are even making them work even more now that they are going to the selection. It's kind of like, okay. This is the selection, the hunt. Do they think dragging that weight like you will build my character for the hunt or something? What idiots. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if they are going to be presented for the vampires and whatever the hunt is, they should look better and not like completely off and tired, right? Let me guess, you are blaming me for this. Predictable. It is your fault for siding with the weaklings. Think you're being heroic or something? You bite your tongue, forcing the image of Nala from your mind. No. The look she had during the selection, trying not to look afraid. Stop. You shake your head and focus on the card. It's just pathetic, really. Just shut up already. You pull the chain, making him stagger and nearly lose his footing. Ah! He regains his balance easily and tugs back with little effort. Yet you hit the ground right away hard. Watch it. Impulse like that is exactly why they enjoy punishing you. No wonder you get yourself lashed so often. Like I said, pathetic. I need to stay calm. He's trying to provoke me. It will only get us in more trouble. Just shut up and work. So I don't have to be stuck here any longer than necessary. Pfft, no fun. You let it go for now. A grueling hour of hesitant cooperation passes. You reach a narrow section of the tunnel, struggling to force the cart up a steep incline. Distant sounds of pickaxes and guards shouting echo through the cavern. I think you're the only one fighting to survive here. His speech comes in ragged breaths. Everyone's got something to lose. Or someone. But funny thing about loyalty. It makes you predictable. I don't get attached. Clink. Yeah, right. Keep telling yourself that. Your shoulders drop with a sharp sigh. Do you ever silence, or do you need help with that? You lean harder into the cart, muscles burning, just wanting it over soon. Oh no, I'm so scared. Come on, just look at yourself. All talk, but can't bite, even if she tried. Even now, you are thinking about saving someone else instead of yourself. He follows with a satisfied smile. You stop. The cart jerks. All the weight suddenly shifts onto him. Don't test me. He grunts under the entirety of the sudden weight. Like it or not, right now you do need me, so quit yapping. He exhales with frustration, but doesn't say more. You resume pushing together. After getting over the hill, you decide to take a short break. You take the opportunity to readjust your bandages. Shit. These are soaked. Bran watches you closely. It was the drama of the day. Huh? Yesterday. People were betting if you'll wake up or not. I regret having done so. I didn't give you much. But here you are. Sorry to ruin your day. So what's your secret? Everyone's asking how the hell you survived. I run. That's your strategy? Just run and pray for the best? Work it so far. Except I don't pray, I just act. See, like, another thing that they are talking about, and I'm like, she ran from what? Did she ever went into a hunt and survive it? Is that what they are talking about in here? Have no idea. That much I can believe. But the hunt's not just running, see? So apparently she has been in there. Supposedly. Think you'll just sneak away and hide? Oh no, they make you perform. After all, that's all it is, a performance of power. So now he's talking like she's never been in there. Confusing. You seem to know an awful lot about that. Then he was asking her about how she survived and how she ran from what? The beating? Or something? You know? I don't know. Whatever. Why die like cattle? Kneel, live. You'll be surprised what people will do when they are desperate enough. Is that your plan? Sell us out and pray they let you live? Maybe. Except I don't pray, I just act. His lips curl into a sly smirk. Or maybe I simply know how to play the game better than you. You're not the only one who wants out of here. But survival, that's about making the right enemies. Maybe one day you'll thank me. What are you going on about? Stop toying with me. Clearly you know something, but what do you think makes you so special in their eyes that is worth selling your humanity for? That will make them favor you? You really don't get it. Let's just say I have my ears open. And you? You're still deciding whether you want to be a hero or a survivor. His voice lowers to a growl. Careful. Hesitation gets people killed. He flicks your nose, light but deliberate. See? You're just too easy. Huh? I hate this man. Darkness nears. The camp sounds quieter than usual. Everyone moves slower, speaks softer. As if sound could draw death closer. Can't believe you actually consider willingly playing into those psychos games. Doesn't matter now what I wanted. Never does. A long tired breath. The fading sunlight catches the tension in his shoulders. Do you at least get a complimentary coffin? Suppose we'll find out. I'll ask tomorrow at the open questions section. Silence weighs heavy again. Jokes can only lift so much. The last of the sunlight dips behind the stone. The air cools. You know, you scare me sometimes. Good. Good? No, not good. Bad, real bad. I'm real bad? Yes, Robin. Ari runs a hand through his hair. Sometimes I feel like I could scream my lungs out into the desert because it's driving me insane. The laugh follows too quickly. It's like a nervous type of laugh. Why? He doesn't answer immediately, simply staring into the fire. Because you do stupid things. Because you act like dying doesn't matter. Still alive, aren't I? You don't get it. He rubs his arms. I worry about you, okay? I can't take care of myself, always have. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The flames grow weaker. It's not me you should worry about anyway. She's not coming tonight. I think she needed some time alone. She's a fragile thing. Fragile things can be more resilient than you'll think. A distant shout echoes across camp. So you don't worry about her, but worry about me. Resilient things can be more fragile than you'll think. So what does that make me? He glances at you, hesitant. Someone who forgets she's allowed to be human. Yet there's a difference between Nala and Robin, which I do suppose it's what he's trying to say in here, which is like, Nala is fragile, but Nala has dreams. She has hopes and dreams. Robin seems to be devoid of those, okay? And sometimes having hopes and dreams kind of makes you, although you are very fragile, kind of makes you be more resilient. You know, when you are devoid of dreams and hopes and all, like, resilience is not there, you know? You don't hope for nothing. You're just like, okay, whatever happens. Do you understand? I think that's what he was trying to say. The fire crackles softly. Night settles over the camp. You make your way to the sleeping quarters before the curfew. Something's wrong. You look around. No one. The air feels thick, heavy. Too quiet. Softening your step, you tread carefully. Sorry, I'm thinking. What? A silhouette. Someone standing between the wooden pillars. No. You move closer. Too still. Your stomach tightens. Too stiff. And when you see it, not standing, hanging, the rope creaks in the wind, the body sways. You take a step back. The head tilts at an unnatural angle. The feet barely brush the sand. His face turns towards you. It's the guard from earlier, the one you saw this morning. Robin, I'm not done fixing your... Oh, that's not ideal. The rope grounds. The body sways again, rotating more violently this time. His back is marked. Dark stripes across torn fabric. Yeah, because it seemed like he was in there trying to do something that he didn't want anyone to see. You take another step back. You turn around without a word. Fast. Faster. Ah! Later at night. Words would not leave your lips. Words would not cross your mind. Only feelings and images. Images. How did it happen? Everything heavy comes back crushing down like a lightning. The selection, conversations with Braun, Nala, the hunt, both the inevitability and unreality of it all. Your eyes fix on the ceiling, drifting in and out of void. A snippet of an overheard exchange from today's passes your mind. Mom, Peter said the hunt means we get chosen to leave. Shh. Let's go inside now, okay? Leave. Go. Disappear. You turn to the side. Something glints beneath the cot. What the... Did he put the knife in there? An ornate knife adorned with foreign patterns. You inspect it with caution. Steel. Paler, almost white. You look around suspiciously. Is this some sort of trick? Would a vampire burn from it? That's how it works. Your fingers glides on the blade. Even if so would I, or maybe I simply know how to play the game better than you. Trick or not, it's leverage. You hide a weapon in your belongings, throwing it one last glance. If they want to claim me, I'll decide how it ends. So try and come at me, you fuckers. Okay, I'm going to start putting like a save in here. Sometimes you start getting like bad endings in here. A new dawn breaks, for better or worse. Together with the others selected, you were forced into carriages before sunrise. Today is the inspection. Another thing that I miss in here, and let me tell you, another thing that I miss in here is they putting the chapters. Because remember that the game at the beginning said that this long demo has from chapter or days, whatever. I don't remember if it was chapters or days. From 1 to the 5th. Yeah, and you didn't saw like nothing telling you where you were. Right? So like you are in here and you're still like, oh, where am I? I know that I'm in the 4th one. But that's because I got a bad ending in here, okay? And that's why I know I'm in the 4th one. But there's like nothing telling you that also. That's why I keep saying like there's something about transitions in here. The ride has been rather quiet. Most have used this time for more sleep. Or prayers. Nala's head found your shoulder hours ago. It started to wake a while ago. You glance outside the carriage window. Aren't vampires supposed to burn in the daylight or something? That's something that no one tells you about. Everyone likes to romanticize the thing of like leaning the head or like putting the head and fall asleep like in your chest or something. Like, yeah, that's very romantic. But after some hours of the person leaning his head, her, whatever, on your shoulder or like laying her head on your chest, it starts hurting because the head is something that is heavy. Yeah, but no one tells you about it. We always like to romanticize things, but when we live the reality of things, then we start like getting, like, oh yeah, this is how it feels. You clench the silver dagger hidden underneath the folds of your clothing. This better work when I need it to. A shiver crawls across your skin as cool morning air slips through the cracks. The scent is sharp and familiar. Pine or... Oi, Ginger, getting scared already? You stiffen, folding your arms to hide the goosebumps. Fuck off. Of course he would be awake. He lets out a chuckle. Relax, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Yeah? You're about to finally meet your idols. My liberators. Everyone's piecing themselves like a bunch of little pussies. I see it as an opportunity. You're more fucked up than I gave you credit for. He looks more amused than offended. He flicks a glance at Nala, then back to you with a smirk. And you're more stubborn than I expected. At least about that one. Listen here, you. The carriage jerks to a violent halt. Wakey, wakey, little shites. The door slams open, light flooding in. You are herded out before your legs have properly woken up. An improvised camp with dozens of guards with what looks to be an old church standing in the middle. Rows and columns of people already lined up. Must be selected from other settlements. With no time to idle, you're quickly dragged inside the building and shoved into place. Cold metal snaps around wrists and ankles. Like we would run otherwise. Shh. Silent ripples through the crowd. But a few whispers remain. They are here. God help us. You manage to look outside the window. Carriages roll in one by one, ornate, polished, each adorned with different crests and motifs. As the door opens, elegant figures begin to spill out, slowly, deliberately, with no hurry whatsoever. Come on, show your ugly faces. Ah, fresh air. A female vampire leisurely strolls out of the serpent-crested carriage. My lady. A guard rushes forward, bowing deeply. Oh my, what a lovely little gathering. She breezes past him without a glance. This is how vampires are? That's Lady Knox. Shut up, or she'll... From a rose-adorned carriage, a majestic figure emerges. Is that... No, it can't be. It's him, the Count himself. He gives a nod to someone. Every gaze drops as he walks by, guards and vampires alike. His steps are measured, controlled. Some bow in silence, some try to mutter pleasantries, but he halts them with a bare gesture. He must be important. More vampires appear, some seem more steamed than others. None of you dares to utter a word louder than a mouse's squeak. You look to the side. A tall, white-haired vampire in full armor leans against a wall away from the crowd, silent, observing. Huh? When did he even show up? Lost in ponder, you feel a weak squeeze on your hand. Robin, don't look at them. Keep looking. You look anyway. He seems the most detached and alert at the same time. He's also the only one without followers. Oh. A chill strikes your chest. Everything freezes in an instant. Why can't I look away? Your shoulders drop as you let the air out. That was intense. Shh. Everybody stiffens. All the vampires have emerged now. My lords, the selected prey. He motions towards the lineup of shaking humans towards you. So it begins. They scatter around between the lines, appraising, measuring, deciding. The serpent vampires slithers between trembling bodies. Really? This is what we are given now. She stops before Nala. This poor thing looks like she'll spoil before the first bite. Weak stock, frightened cattle. You catch yourself before enough sound escapes your lungs. Bastards. We cultivate restraint for stability. You cultivate stagnation, old man. A murmur of agreement from a few vampires. Enough. Gets silenced promptly by the silent one. She tilts Nala's chin up with a pale finger. Suddenly... Ah! Huh? Nala sways. She collapses. What the hell? Ah. The vampire looks surprised but quickly returns to her nonchalant persona. I'm sorry, fragile things are so disappointing. You step forward before you can stop yourself. She's dehydrated, that's all. All eyes shift to you. Shit. Apologies, my lords. A guard hurries forward to drag Nala away. In his rush, he fumbles, nearly dropping her head against a stone. Careful. The guard freezes, it's too late. In a blur, the Count seizes his jaw. You look away. No one screams. Incompetence stains the floor. A flick of his hand, another guard drags the body away. The hierarchy is clear. A low chuckle. You still punish servants yourself, my lord? How quaint. Discipline is not beneath me. For someone so powerful, he never looks her in the eye. No, clearly not. But it does make one wonder how thin your control has become. A ripple passes through the lesser vampires, louder this time. The silent one's gaze flicks between them. My authority does not require spectacle. No, only fear. And fear fades. She doesn't seem afraid of him at all. But look at her. She pirouettes gracefully with a grand motion as if to display you. Fire, defiance, survival instincts. Not all of them are weak. This is humiliating. Are they assessing flavors? The Count steps closer. Strength without obedience is liability. Or perhaps she simply hasn't been claimed correctly. She would make a disastrous possession. But you always did prefer obedience over potential. You mistake volatility for value. And you, mon cher, mistake control for permanence. Both of you mistake her for an argument. His voice cuts in like a thrown knife. She might be prey, but she's watching. You are. Defy, observe. I'm going to observe. The sound of the guard's cracking neck still bells in your ears. This is not the time to be reckless. Your mouth obeys, but your stare gives your feelings away. Oh, this one hides her claws. I'm going to do a quick save in here. The Count circles behind you. The tension becomes insufferable. You look away. Eyes on me, girl. He grips your neck in a firm hold, as if to assert there is no room for negotiations. Too possessive. You smell it then. The scent of dying roses. Let me go. Let me go, or I'll slice my wrist and drain myself before any of you monsters gets a chance to. Will you now? His hold on your neck tightens. Do you deem yourself that special, girl? He doesn't raise his voice, he lowers it. Do you truly believe this audacious bravado will save you? The world starts to spin. Yes, no? Your voice barely squeaks now. All sounds gives to the ringing in your ears because he's been strangling you. Let me tell you something. Do not attack with the Silver Knight. Silver Knight. Oh my god. The Silver Knife. Because you got a bad ending. So I do not know about the game from here on, okay? I only know that you get a bad ending with this one, so submit. Let's see it. He releases you. You act like speaking up costs you nothing. It will. I will let you live for now. Though I suggest more caution next time. I do not make the same mistake twice. A lesser vampire with a faded rose pin steps forward. My lord, if the other factions believe... Silence. He doesn't even look at him. The lesser vampire bows instantly. What just happened? See? Fear. The silent one steps closer to the count, yet his eyes remain on you. Careful, my lord. Public fractures invite external interest. What does that mean? Other territories? Enough of this. Inspection will proceed under House Rose authority. For now. But evolution is inevitable. Some of us are tired of feeding on fear alone. The vampires begin to live. The serpent walks beside the count. You cannot cage storms forever, nor can you read them without drowning. Write them. Oh, you cannot write them. Sometimes I need to read the whole thing to understand. The silent one lingers last. He looks at you, then at the others, then back at you. This isn't just about feeding, is it? One of the others glances back, as if the hunt has already begun. You see them walk outside. The sun is high up by now. None of them are burning. Nala's fingers tremble. Why did you say that? You could have just let them take me. I wasn't going to let them humiliate you. She shakes her head weakly. That's not how this works. Her eyes dart toward the door. You're standing out, and if you draw too much attention, A boy nearby mutters bitterly. Attention gets you chosen. Chosen. Why does any of that even matter? I bet Ginger won't survive a night out there anyway. Nala squeezes your hand tighter. You look like you weren't afraid. That makes them curious. The door opens briefly. 2 guards enter with open ledgers. They don't look at anyone but you. The room goes silent. They study you carefully. I should probably, since I passed the other one, I should probably just put another one. Then they closed the ledgers. Not claimed. Not yet. The message is worse. You are being evaluated closely. The factions are fighting. If House Rose rejects her, Serpent will take her just to spite them. What? You didn't just protect Nala, you became leverage. Nala looks like she wants to apologize. If they choose you because of me, then I'll survive it, whatever that means. There's a tremor in your voice. Across the room, someone moves away. Not openly, just subtly. No one wants to be too close to the girl the vampires argued over. Your chest tightens. Possession. Always. The rest of the day passes in a haze of racing thoughts and half-finished sentences. Nightfall approaches both sooner and later than it should. Reunited at the hideout, you fill Ari in on everything that happened during the inspection. Most of it, at least. He tosses a pebble between his palms, catching it, missing it, catching it again. Well, still breathing, that's good. That's statistically promising, right? No one laughs. Actually, we don't need to bring statistics into this. You don't always have to joke. Someone has to. He throws the pebble into the fire. It hisses and disappears beneath the embers. An awkward silence settles over the three of you. Okay. We'll figure it out. You'll be fine. He grabs the stick and drops to a crowd sketching frantic lines in the sand. Arrows, circles, crude maps that overlap and tangle. We just need a distraction. Chaos is good. Chaos is opportunity. We make stakes, wooden ones. Doesn't have to be pretty. We grab garlic from the guard's pantry. I don't think that garlic. And when everyone panics, I slip out. Find you, we regroup. 3 points of exit, see? We don't split unless we have to. We adapt. The stick snaps in his grip. He doesn't seem to notice. It's fine. It's all workable. We just need timing, you know? You've got this. We've got this. It's fine. Wow, so easy. I'm being serious. That's the problem. Robin. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you really think we'll just fight our way out with the power of friendship? Survive on positive affirmations? The outline gets smudged by your sandal as you stand up. All those frantic lines disappear into nothing. Wake up. At least I'm trying to do something. Why even bother? You weren't selected. Obviously. What? Of course I'll bother. We're a team, remember, no matter what comes. Easy for you to say now. Robin, when you stood up for me against the vampires, don't mistake it for what it is not. I just despise assholes, that's all. But I know you care, so stop pretending that's all it is. The fire in her eyes is one you've never seen before. I see it every time you step between me and danger, so why do you always act like you don't? Her hands are shaking. She balls them into fists. Is it too much to admit? Would it hurt your pride so badly? She looks up to you. Has it ever crossed your mind? Or were you too busy trying to prove how alone you are? He follows after Nala. There's nothing to look up to. And maybe if someone didn't keep filling her head with hopeless dreams, she would have learned how to take care of herself by now. He looks over his shoulder one last time. Those dreams are what's keeping her alive. Your breathing slows down, your heart calms. Crackles of the dying fire fill out the space, until they too quieten. Only the evening chill's silent remains. The absence of voice feels both hollow and overbearing. You're alone. So alone. Your hands slowly find their way to your scalp. What am I even doing? The firelight blurs. Something dangerously watery forms in your eyes. Tch. But you manage to hold it in. Barely. Night. She looks up to you. Little bird. Perhaps she hasn't been claimed correctly. Shut up. Ginger won't last long. She's defiant. Voices echo and bounce, rippling mercilessly through your skull. Hesitation gets people killed. She would make a disastrous possession. Enough. The ropes of your hammock creak from the sudden movement. The creaking continues, slow, rhythmic, like a pendulum counting down. A girl nearby shifts. Her tired eyes meet yours. Annoyance. She pulls her blanket tighter and moves to another hammock. Fair. You look around. Faint glow of the dying candles stretches thin across the walls. Thoughts from the last few days gather, trail, and then scatter again. All that's happened, all that's yet to come, all that matters and all that doesn't. What does? All this is a lot. In a restless motion, you turn once more. Why me? Why them? Why all this? You catch a shadow dash across the floor. Rat? No. Squinting your eyes, you examine a small silhouette. Oh my god, a thorned devil, male by the looks of it. I hate reptiles. Especially, like, it's not all reptiles. I'm kind of okay with lizards. And we have a lot of lizards in here, and sometimes I find some snakes too, and it's like I'm kind of fine with them. I cannot with geckos. It's just they enter inside my house all the time, and I feel sorry for them, but at the same time I want to kill them to get them out of here. I hate them. Come here to pity me. It doesn't move. Appears to be staring right back at you. I swear, if you're judging me. Its beady eyes seem to reach for your soul. Thorny devils are common here, although avoided by most. The folktales say that they are messengers of evil, a bad omen. If they look at you, it means the devil himself is watching. The creature tilts its head. I don't want nothing of that. Yeah. Okay, let's adopt him. Oh my god. Avoiding Sun's movements, you slowly stretch your arm out. I might need him, but it's just like, it's that type of pet that I'm like, I don't want. Yeah, no. He licks his eye unbothered. Then, no, wait. He runs away. Not you two. That was a stupid thought. Rejected by the devil himself. I'm reaching new lows. The shadow returns, closer this time. The creature tilts its head. Okay, because we are trying to do something in here. That look won't work on me. The devil has already claimed me. But I suppose we can bad luck each other out. Wish I was you. Free to go wherever. Or are you trapped in here as well? Hiding from the vultures and foxes outside? Like, what is this? Like, I honestly feel most of the time that I am like, because I know, yeah, they do not talk. I understand that. But like most of the time with this demo, I kind of feel like I am trying to picture like a comic, you know, like a manga. At least you don't have to pretend to be brave. Do you ever fear tomorrow? He blinks one eye, then licks the other. I'm going insane. Yeah, like, see, this is like, it's so funny because I tell you things and it's like sometimes you get the opposite of it. Like, it's so out of this world because sometimes you get the opposite of it, which is like, remember that I told you that Western visual novels are so much into the narrative that sometimes you are reading whole books in here. Well, in this one, developers decided to do the complete opposite of it. Like, they could have just said, and then the thorned lizard, whatever, I don't know the name, made like this type of expression or something like that. No, they're just using emojis. Why can't they just like put the description in there and just use an emoji? It's like, oh my god, like I get all like I get like the narrative driven ones, and then I get like these ones that are like, why aren't you just putting a description of it? You know, like, awkward. You clutch your hair and fall backwards into the hammock. How did my life get to this point? I was just trying to survive. Huh? A light clawing on your leg. You again? He crawls up onto your stomach. You freeze. Wait, that's... He curls into a ball. Oh. Guess you're staying. A tiny heartbeat tickles your skin. You can feel his chest slowly expanding and shrinking. Your breathing slows down, pulse easing to match his rhythm. From outside the door, faint footsteps echo. Someone pauses there. Then continues down the corridor. Somber day at the camp. No one says much. And if they do, it's mostly prayers. You haven't spoken to Ari or Nala since last night. You go about your daily tasks. The sky paints with every shade of red. Bleeding. No. Feeding. Devouring streaks of light drag shadows across the sand like their prey. They seem almost carnivorous. With a deep breath, you take everything in. The cool evening breeze brushes your skin and fills your lungs. The sand grains between your toes shift and tickle. The smell of dying campfires tingles your nostrils. Now we are going into a narrative kind of thing. Funny. Despite everything, this has been your home for years. So this is a goodbye. Strolling through the sunset, you pass familiar faces. Some avoid your gaze, others hold it too long. You notice an older man hunched over. You come closer. He looks to be desperately working on something. It's protected me my whole life. He rubs harder. It still works. It just needs a bit more strength. His hands shake. A crackle wooden trinket. It looks like an idol of a deity of some sort. You don't say anything. Vultures caw in the distance. A squeeze in your stomach stops your stroll. Not hunger. Not this time. Should I talk to them? Is there even a point? Or will it simply add pain? Maybe I should stay practical. There could be useful information around the camp. The sun dips below the horizon. Night approaches. What will you do in your final hour? I like Ari, and this is probably like the last time I'll be with him, so the hideout is an obvious place to go. The air smells clean. The fire pit looks untouched. He's not here. Why would he? Well, well, well. A voice reverberates from above. You look up. A silhouette shifts along the wooden beams. Look who decided to visit. He jumps down, sand scattering beneath his boots. Well, well, well. Look who decided to wait. He comes over, delivering a friendly tap on your back. Hanging there, his hand lingers for a bit, rubbing gentle circles between your shoulder blades. You stiffen slightly. It should feel reassuring. Somehow it doesn't. Anyway, he kneels by the fire pit. A spark catches, flames slowly come to life. You sit beside him, close, but not too close. The weight of words unspoken feels more suffocating than ever. His leg begins to bounce. Subtly at first, then faster. You can hear his breath tremble lightly. You know, every time you get yourself in trouble, His voice falters. I always tell myself you'll come back. That's who you are, a tough thing, tougher than any of us. But when they took you yesterday, He looks away, exhaling shakily. His fingers bite into the wooden log, knuckles now paler than the sand. Then he shifts to crouch in front of you. What is he? He takes your hands. His gaze finds yours. I'll find you, I promise. You will not have to do this alone. And if we're meant to fail, then at least we face it together. Ari, he doesn't waver. You've never seen him this serious. I don't know what to say. There's a glistening in his eyes. You're not sure if it's water. You don't have to say anything, my mind is set. Or fire. But why? Because my existence means so unbearably little here. And I don't want to just survive anymore. I want to live. His eyes widen with the last words, like they struggle to hold all the newfound determination in. I can't keep waiting around for the fate to take everything away, for my life to rot away before it began. And you, his fingers tighten around yours. You made me realize that. The fire crackles softly. You don't say anything. He doesn't let go immediately. You linger for a while. So many questions. What horrors await beyond the gates? Will what you've suffered here compare to what lies ahead? Were these walls a protection all along? Thoughts flow and meander, but the sleep never comes. Your eyes open and close and open again, before finally settling on the cave ceiling. Huh? What on... Run. The door flies open. Ain't you all little shites? Time's up. Boots. So many boots. Guards flood the room like a breaking dam. Ledgers, whips, chains. Ropes yank, hammocks tear, people hit the floor. Screaming erupts everywhere. Some beg, others cry. Instinctively, you grab the silver knife and hide it. Wait, Nala clenches her diary before being dragged away. Robin, Nala. Ari lunges forward, arms outstretched. Move. The guard shoves him back into the swarm. For a second, just a second, your eyes meet. Robin. Before the crowd swallows him whole. Ari, hurry up. Ah! They pull. Nala. Move, move, move. They shout. Okay, okay. They push. Jeez, I'm walking all right. All becomes a blur. Too fast, too slow. Kick, shove, out. Cold air, carriages, horses. Push, stomp, shout. The door slams shut. It's too much visual. All noise fades. Darkness. Your chest heaves in a desperate rhythm, trying to keep pace with your heart. A voice in the distance. Place your bets, boys. Then... Ari. What? His expression is stone. Until you look closer. Contempt. A hand slams down onto his shoulders. Well done, lad. Here. Go on, tell her one last joke for the road. The one about the rat that thought it could run out a cage was my favorite. You. The captain's toothy grin creeps through the dark as she presses her face against the carriage bars. Good luck, Ginger. You'll need it out there. Open the gates. Your fingers tighten around the knife. You take a deep breath. The hunt begins. So, end of demo. Thank you for playing. Consider supporting further development of the project. And they have like a place in here to share our thoughts. And as I told you, like, there are certain things that I still think that the game needs to be polished in some areas in here. But it looks good. It looks good. I just wish that the scripting felt so much as a storyboard, but it had a bit, just a bit. Okay, do not make it a book. Just a little bit more narrative driven in some parts, especially when we're talking about transitions. I would say it, but it seems interesting. That's what I was going to say, and I am myself kind of interested in seeing more of it. So I mean, that's it. I'm going to leave the link down below for you to try the demo too. And I really do think we should, like, share some of the thoughts or support them, and I'm not just talking about this one, like others that I play together with you in here. So we kind of like reply with whatever you think should be done about them, or if you just really like them and you want to see them come into the light. um I also have another tiny one that I think it's going to take me like 1 hour or something, that I'm still thinking if I'm going to be able to bring it today. Maybe. Okay, maybe. I'm not going to say yes, because I have things to do, but since it's the weekend, I have a little bit more time. So that's it, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much.